if you've ever been on a trip, you're going to want to unpack with me and Nicole. Today, we're going to show you how to unpack with me as Nicole comes home from a trip from her grandma's. And she's going to give you some tips on how to unpack for your trip. All right. Hi there. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, this is Nicole, and she's our kid correspondent. And today, she's going to answer your questions. She's our expert. It's so awesome. And I'm so excited you're here to share this time with us. So please help me welcome Nicole.
Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm your kid correspondent. I'm really glad to join the journey of house cleaning and teach you guys how to unpack with me.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Now, I have to ask a couple of questions. You just went on a trip for what, 2-3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Awesome. And did you take a bunch of clothes or did you take like one set of clothes?
We took a lot of clothes.
A lot of clothes. And did you wear them all?
I think so.
And what happened when they got dirty on your trip? Did you wash them while you were there?
We had to wash them because we didn't want to wear dirty clothing and because then it would just smell.
Nice. Okay, so when you came home from your trip, tell me about the coming home part. Were you super excited to come home, or was it like, oh, I wish the trip lasted forever?
Well, I really liked my grandparents' house, but I was ready to be home.
So coming home is a little bit exciting because like you get to get back to your regular routine. Oh my goodness, but then what happens when you have a suitcase full of all those clothes?
I normally just make a pile of clean clothing and dirty clothing.
So is it just clothes, or inside your suitcase did you have some other things like a hairbrush or a toothbrush, or what did you do with those?
We normally have a toiletry bag, and then we unpack it when we get home. So then that night before for bed, we still have everything that we need, and it's already there, and then we don't need to go through our suitcases trying to find our toiletry bag.
So the same toothbrush and hairbrush that you used at your grandma's house is the same one that you use every day. So you had to unpack it in order to put it away so that you could use it again when you were ready.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I love this. Okay, and tell me about the shoes. How does the shoes work? Do you pack them in the regular suitcase? Do they go in a separate bag? How does that work?
Sometimes we pack them in a separate bag if we don't need to pack light, but we try to pack light a lot. But sometimes we just we need to pack them in the suitcase with all our clothing.
And so tell me, when you were going to put your shoes away, there were actually some shoes already there. So did you have to like organize things a little bit to put all the shoes back where they go?
A little bit, but normally I keep my shoes where they are and keep them and then when I'm packing, it's easier for me to grab them and then put them in the bag.
Now, you made a video for us, and it was awesome. But one of the things that I noticed in the video was that you had some sunglasses. And you opened a drawer and you put the sunglasses in, but there were other glasses in there, and you straightened them all up and organized them. Are you a pretty tidy person overall?
Yes, I have to. Normally, I have to keep everything clean in my room, because if I'm trying to have all my clothing out and they're all jumbled up in my drawer, then it's hard to look at the shirts and shorts and pants, and I'm like, I can't see anything. How am I gonna have an outfit looked good?
So let me ask you this question. You had all your stuff in a suitcase, and suitcases look pretty heavy, but you did a great job with the posture and lifting it up, holding it from both sides. Who taught you how to lift a suitcase like that?
My mom, because she helps me out. If I have a trouble, I get her help, and if I don't have that much things in the suitcase, then I pick it up by myself and put it on my bed and then start unpacking.
Well, it seems like you're very strong. So what advice would you give to other kids that go on trips and they come home and they have a suitcase full of clean and dirty clothes? Would you say it's important to clean and put everything away immediately, or can you let your suitcase sit there for a couple of weeks?
I think you should probably clean it immediately when you get home, because then if you let it sit there for a couple of weeks, then it's harder to do laundry, because you wear the same clothing almost every day, and it gets hard because you feel lazy after a few weeks, and then you don't want to do it anymore. Then it just sits there for like a month or so, and then you finally are able to do it.
And what happens to the clothes that were dirty that came out of the suitcase? Is there a special place for those?
We have a hamper in our bathrooms. We put them in there, and then when it's our laundry days, we put them in the washer and then start doing our laundry.
So is putting your clothes in the hamper a chore that kids of all ages could do?
Well, I think so, because it is really easy. All you have to do is carry clothing. If you have a lot of dirty clothing, then all you need to do is carry it over there, and then you can take trips back and forth.
Okay. And is there anything about the unpacking trip that you didn't like?
Well, I didn't. I loved everything because everything was so organized and packed.
So it was packed really nice. Did you pack it yourself or did you have help?
I had help.
Nice. Okay, so if you need help packing, then get help because we have adults in our lives to help us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And how about the unpacking? Did you need any help unpacking or did you pretty much do it all on your own?
Well, I did need a little bit of help, but most of it was I did it by myself, but like if I didn't know or something went, like if I forgot I was there for a long time, then I got help because parents a lot of the time remember things better than kids.
And remind me, if you will, when you were unpacking, was this something that you decided to do on your own or was this something that your parents asked you to do?
A lot of times I have to, when I feel lazy, they have to ask me, but like when I'm feeling a lot like productive and I feel like I get home, I unpack. If they come in my room and they're like, "You already unpacked, I don't need to ask you," then they get really impressed by it.
Nice. If I just understand correctly, she said you can impress your parents by doing your chores without being asked. I love that. That's a great tip. Alrighty, I just learned so much about unpacking from a trip from Nicole, our kid correspondent. So if you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And next time you go on a trip, you can impress your folks by unpacking all by yourself. And remember
to keep the world a cleaner place like you found it.
Right on, guys.